opportunity of Loom-X has two main products. It has what we call LoomNet, which is the exchange, and it has what we call LoomCore, which is the arbitrage program. Let's start from LoomNet, which is the exchange. What is LoomNet? Okay, in simple understanding, LoomNet is this mix engine. Okay, this mix engine, ladies and gentlemen, is basically meant to allow you swap any cryptocurrency to any cryptocurrency. Okay, so let me tap. When you tap on the word exchange, automatically you will be able to enter any amount of your choice. And when we come down here, you can see that people are swapping tokens. This person has swapped $50,000 worth of USDT Binance Smart Chain Network to BNB. This one has swapped 1.1415 Lite tokens into Solana. This one has swapped $303,852 of USDT into Bitcoin. Now, why are you going to see these huge transactions happening on this mix engine? Okay, the rule is simple. When you want to transfer normal tokens into other tokens, you need to do what we call bridging of cryptocurrencies. Bridging means that I have Bitcoin and I want to turn it into Ethereum. And if I want to move my Bitcoin into Ethereum, I need to bridge it. So you need to find bridging platforms. What the LoomNet, one of the products in LoomX, is that ability that you can swap any token into another token in few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. So how does this work? It gets the token you are trying to swap and breaks it down into so many fragments, and then later converts it into the new token you want. Number one, the transaction remains private and remains non-traceable. So meaning that it keeps your transaction private. If you send me your wallet address that you are looking for anything, you want to send you some dollars, I could be able to track down how your wallet looks like, what transactions have had, what do you have in your wallet. But this keeps you private. That's why you will see big players. Like you see this big player of $50,000 coming and choosing LoomNet, coming and choosing this exchange. Why? Because it is using zero knowledge technology, what we call ZK learning machines. And this ZK learning machine, ladies and gentlemen, provides pure privacy. That is product number one. And I want to encourage you to always come in here. Any token. Remember, you just need to deposit. For example, I have 100 USDT. Okay, I have 100 USDT in my wallet. And this 100 USDT, I'll search here and I write USDT. Then I'll choose which network is my USDT. Is it on the Ethereum network, the Arbitrum, the BEP20? So it is on BEP20. Okay, so I have 100 USDT. And I want to turn this 100 USDT into Bitcoin. Okay, so they will tell me, so I want to swap into Bitcoin. So what will I do? I'll put in the wallet address where I want my money to go. And then I tap on the word exchange. I'll need to enter the address. And once I enter the address and tap exchange, I'll automatically turn my USDT into Bitcoin. And people are taking advantage of this because number one, it saves time. Number two, it makes the exchange. And number three, it saves money. The best exchange rate with low fees. That's why time to time, you find that people are using the LoomNet products, which is one of the products in LoomX. Are we okay with number one? Give me a yes in the chat. If you are okay with that first, give me a yes in the chat. If you are clear with our product, number one, the LoomNet, which is one of the products in Loom-X, and it also helps you be able to swap. Now, what is the advantage? What is the advantage? Number one. What is the advantage? Number one. If someone uses your link and they basically come and use the exchange, you will be paid some good money. The 0.5, there's a certain percentage that will get back to you. But number two, this is proof that the product makes money. When people exchange, they are charged. And when they are charged, the exchange makes profit. And so the exchange is going to create its own token, the LoomX token. And this token is going to be launched on Binance Alpha this month. Okay? That put aside, are we ready for the next product? So the second product is the matrix contract bot, or what we call the AI quantitative matrix contract bot. Ladies and gentlemen, like we are breaking boundaries and capturing the difference, the matrix contract bot is a very, very unique product in the market. Why? Because number one, it's using a smart contract based opportunity. Number two, it is using AI. Number three, it is using a quantitative method. And number four, it is arbitrage in nature. When I talk about arbitrage, ladies and gentlemen, like you would be able to see these different bots. These different bots, when we get in here, because this is the matrix, behind this word matrix, there are three arrows. I hope you can be able to see. There are these three arrows. We are looking at the interface of the DApp. There are these three arrows here. If we tap on these three arrows, we can be able to access the monitoring platform, the platform that is monitoring the AI. And before we continue, when you open this monitoring AI, immediately you'll get two arrows. Okay? You get two arrows. This arrow that points up, it means that you are pausing the area and you want to see this data very well. Then when you tap on it and it goes down, you are getting the opposite. For example, when I tap like this, it means that I want to get all the details, the whole fig of everything. When I tap like this, I'm minimizing the details above to see the details below. That's how you use that arrow. But apart from that, let's go back where we got this for learning purposes once again. Once you open the matrix contract bot, there are three arrows. You're learning how to use the interface. So let's tap on the three arrows. When you tap on the three arrows, it automatically brings us to the matrix contract board. Now, depending on the board you chose, the bots are five. They are here. These are the five bots. These are the five bots. This first bot is for 7 days. This one is for 30 days. This one is for 90 days. This one is for 180. And this one is for 360. Now, no matter which bot you choose, as long as your trading capital is less than pool. Now, let me first explain this. This is what happens, okay? This is what happens. What happens, what you see is the Loom-X bot. It is an automated trading monitoring platform. Now, the word Loom-X comes from two main words. LoomNet is the mix engine or the mix engine, the exchange. So Loom is the trading protocol. So it gives you the information. that on January 2026, at 6 p.m. UTC, I started up this bot. This is the time I joined the business. I don't know if people are following. When we get back here, this is when I personally got. And what is going to do, it's now going to start monitoring. It's going to start the configuration of the Loom-X. Now it is connecting to Loom-X trade bot. And the information you are going to get here is information of the connected. It will give you the wallet load. It will give you the AI capital allocation in. Now, many people have been having questions trying to say, I'm seeing a different pool. You are seeing a different pool because of your capital. The bigger the capital, you will be in a different pool. That's why if you come in with a very little capital, you will have a different pool. But from $1,000 and above, you see an AI of over $5 million. This is the AI at work. This is the AI at work. Now, someone may be asking, it is now waiting and it will start working. Now, let's now dig deep to the information it provides. Okay, so for us to access this information fully, we have certain buttons at the bottom. Let's go through them for understanding. Let's start from this first one. What do we see when we tap this one? Before we go into this, what do we see when we tap this one? Okay, so when we tap this one, we shall be able to access. Does that make understanding? We shall be able to access our contracts. Remember, we said that although this is a trading bot, but it is using a smart contract approach where you lock in your funds and you are able to earn according to the contract. So, like we are going to see the contracts are 5. The Star Core contract bot gives us how much, Julius? Simple. It pays us 1.3 to 1.8%. But this contract has a rule that the Loom-X bot will get 80 over 20. Remember, you don't buy the software because we are using Web3. So what is 80 over 20? It is 80% of 1.3. So let's go to a calculator. So 1.3 times 80%, which is 1.04. So if you bring in $1,000, 1.04, you are entitled to get this every day. It should be 1.04% times $1,000. You'll get $10.4. Let's prove if it's right. If we get to this, I have 2 products. I have the Star Core of 2000, which has so far, it would have given me only 7%, but it is 7.4%, $48. If it would be 1%, so if it would be, only 1% for the last 8 days, let's take 148. I'm supposed to get, let me get the capital $2,000 times 1.04%. It is $20 times 8 days. It is 166.48%. But the 8th day is not yet done. So let's take 7, okay? Let's take 7, 20.8 times 7. It is 145.6. The big question is, why is it that I have 148, not 145? It is that I am promised 1.3 to 1.8. In some areas, there could be better opportunities and I get more than what I'm supposed to get. So I'm supposed to get 1.04 if we take off the 80%, but I find that I am earning more than that because I have a stretch up to 1.8. So if the stretch is available, it means that using the 80-20 rule, 1.8% times 80 will give us 1.44. So if it is a good move with your $1,000, you could be able to no. 1.44% times $1,000. You could be able to get $14 on a daily basis. So for the last 7 days, $14 times, yes, $14. So let me make it 14.4 times two. Let's take an example of 2,000. It would be $28 for the last 7 days. It will be 201, but I'm not equaling to that. So it is just the difference. So when you tap on that, you'll be able to see your contract bought, the AI funding pool you are in, the amount of money you have been able to stake, and there is a word redeemable with the question. And the answer is very clear. The 306 contract bought redemption is available at a time after 180 days from activation. Only once. So we have tapped here. We have tapped on this first one. So this first one gives you your contract bought. How many are still following? How many are still following? Are you enjoying? Drop me some love hearts. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here if people are not following. Let me see how many are still following. How wallet address from your token pocket. How many are still following? Or I should stop here. Should I stop here or we continue? Should I stop here or we should continue? I don't see you in the chat because I don't want to be online, yet people are not following so that they could use their bots effectively. Okay? Let's go to the next ad that is on the screen, which is an arrow. So this arrow will definitely take you to this area. Once you tap on it, it will basically bring you the different contract bots. There is one for 7, there is one for 30 days, there is one for 90 days, there is one for 180, there is one for 360. So if you want to stake, you pick any, put in your amount, create now, and you are good to go. As simple as that. Okay? So let's get back here. Number 3, the line is personal monitoring. So how do we do it? We tap on pause. Okay. Is this bot really trading? Is it running arbitrage for real, not pretense? Let's start the journey. Starting market monitoring and arbitrage detection. Both initiation. What you see here are what we call transaction hashes. These are the records of the buys and the sells. And below it, we have a return on investment. It is 3.2458% with a net profit of 56.8752 with a fees of 0.001043, but the gross was $68. The amount of money that was invested was 1,720. Look here, guys. What did it do? You could see that it made a buy from Randium and bought a token called HTN at 1,000 the capital, $720. It sold this token in the Mango markets at 1,788. It bought here, quickly sold there because of price difference. And it did this transaction on the second of February 2026 at 6:33 p.m. Now, this is where I want you to see that this company makes a lot of money. Remember, if I invested $2,000, I'm supposed to earn 20. But the question is, has the AI made more than $20? Let me see in the chat on one transaction. Let me see in the chat. Those still following. Has the AI made more money in one single transaction? Has the AI made more money? Someone says we are just biased with the receipt platforms in terms of what? You are biased with receipt platforms in terms of what? What you see is a 5-minute monitoring tune is the transaction hash. Because when you tap on it, it opens on an Explorer already connected. This is the Solana Explorer. Even if you copy and take this Explorer outside this platform, you'll be able to find that there was a transaction. Okay? There was a transaction. And here we go, we are through, and everything is visible. Everything is visible. Everything. With the time start of Riverside time, everything is visible to the platform once again. So you could be able to use those transaction hashes to help you find out, any transaction of your choice. Now, what did I want to do? Let me just get back to my income, and we can be able to monitor this on revenue report. Just a little bit. Okay. This is the revenue record. The revenue record has few areas. I don't know why my network is very bad. Am I still loud and clear? My network seems very bad. Am I still loud and clear? My network seems to be very bad. Go back again. It is loading, but it seems my network. I think my network. Is it back now? Okay. Let's this is a this is my personal network. Okay. You see here in total is the total amount of money you have made since you started the business. It's not the money you make per day, it is the total of everything. Okay, the total of everything. This is just network. But back to the bot, you can be able to see that there will be different transactions that could happen. So that is that with that. So here you will see days of your cycle. Mine is 8 out of 360, meaning I'm still on my 8th day. And community management, this is where you could be able to see what is happening in your team. What is basically happening in your team. Number one, it will have the rank above here. Number two, unlocking levels. I'm going to talk about this. You want to be able to earn on all your 6 levels, your 6 layers. You unlock. How do you unlock? You stake $100. Luva kumye ekifo tosoma bulungi bw'obeera mu muzanyi. Tonasobola bya crypto. Ebya crypto by'ojja okusobola. Bino eby'essomero bigenda kulema. Kale kamalirize emirimu gyange. Teekawo. So you unlock your 6 levels. How do you unlock your 6 levels? If you started with $100, that is one level. In the middle will be your personal purchase. Personal purchase, like me, you see it is 600% because on the second level, I need $500. So I'm already $3,000. So I'm a little bit above. Then here you see V rank qualification. For me to go to the next rank, whereby my week leg should have $50,000, I'm already 68% finished. I'm remaining with that last percentage, with $34,000 on the week leg. Meaning that if I get the balance, I will now move from level 1 and I become level 2. When you tap on the arrow here, you also have the community volume. The highest rank is $8 million. Okay? I think that's the highest rank. We are going to look at that. Then down here, they introduced a new graph, which could be monthly. It talks about community flow because your rank is given to you according to the performance of the community. So it is monthly, weekly, and then day. How much? So I can see comfortably here that my weekly so far by 9 a.m., it was 33,625. It keeps on moving. Okay. Now down here, you have my privileges. Okay. Privileges. Let's start with VIP rules. These are the rules you go through to rank up. Number one, how do you become a V1? You become a V1 by staking $100 and making sure that your weak line has $20,000. We're going to talk about weak lines. What will be your benefit? You'll earn 10% direct referral. I bring you, you earn $10, I earn $1. Community profits, 10%. If you rank up to this rank, you start making some good money because they will say, in your whole team, your weak leg has 20. For example, let's take mine as an example. Back here. I'll tap on my invite to show you this. For example, our total community has $92,688 in the last 7 days. Now, they take this capital, the calculator. This is why people are going to make money. Let's say it is 92,000. Let's make it 93. Okay, 92,000, let's be exact. $688. If these people with this capital earn 1% today from that capital, it means at the end of the day, they have made $92.6. Because I'm a level 1, I will earn 10%. I will earn 92.68. And you can see here today's income. Let's go to community management. Down here, you see, I've just not been so accurate. But you see, I have $93. You copy? So these are the advantages. So once you become a level, and to become a level 1, you don't need to bring 6 people. You just need to make sure your weak line has $20,000. How do you create a weak line? Let's get into that also very fast. Now, you invite people. When you invite people, there will always be that strong leg. For example, down here, you see, I have this leg that has $55,000. Then I have this one that has $32,000. So what will they do? They will add the rest of the lines together. The rest of the lines together. And once they add the rest of the lines together, they form what we call the weak line, or what we call the community line, or what we call the community rank. And the community is the one that will give you the rank. So V2 is the same. Your weak line must have $50,000. Here, your direct referral will increase to 15%, and your community will now get to 20%. Meaning that if I was a V2, it will be the same. $926 times 20%. I would make $185 free money. Today, there was a very huge question in today's Zoom with the company, and the answer was simple. The question was, why are you paying us a lot of money? Why? Why are you paying us a lot of money? Why are you giving us abnormal profits? And these guys gave a simple answer. We are making the money from the market. And I've given you an example whereby these guys made up to $56, and with my capital, they only give me 1%. 1%. They make a lot of money from the market. And that's why using the 6 arbitrage strategies, there is guarantee that what you got into the contract, you will still receive it. You still receive it. That's how powerful. That's how phenomenal. That's how powerful, that's how phenomenal this opportunity is. So you have all these 8 ranks. Someone says my network is bad. Am I still loud and clear? Am I still loud and clear?
Yes, you're loud and clear. Maybe it's network.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's go back again. Usually when you get into business, you want to understand it fully so that you start making money. So level two, the same. Level three, the same. Level four, the same. And the guy who has made over $35,000 in the last 2 months is just a level three. And his team has a capital of around $1.5 million. And on this, he's entitled to 30%. If they make 1%, let's take an example of 1%. And on this, he's entitled to 30%. But remember, when you are a V1, you have 10%. When you become a V2, you have 20%. When you become a V3, you have 30%. These guys are crazy. They pay you, they add up the percentages. So with this $50,000, so they have $1.5 million. This, if the team makes 1% of this is 15,000. These guys will give you more than $60,000. They will give you over. They will pay you crazy. They will pay you crazy. And the question was, why are you giving us all this money? We are making the money from the market. So you have level four, you have level five, and here on level five, they even give you an example. Let me just dive into their slide to create understanding so that people who are ready to put in their effort, if they are ready to make cool money. Let's take this example of level five. Okay, look here, guys. You become a level five because your weak line has 1.5 million. You are sharing 50%. So when you become this rank, your team management reward will be over $13,500. And this is daily. This is daily. And it is estimated by the end of the day, you could drastically make over 15,790. And monthly, you could go up to around 473,700 USDT. And in 1 year, just you getting on this rank, it could pay you up to $5.7 million. This is damn crazy. And when I met one of the V6s now, he now makes up to $20,000 a day. And this guy has done the business for the last 3 months. And this is the power of arbitrage trading, giving you the ability and the power to make money from the market. So you have a choice to get up to these ranks, enjoy them, and change life for good. Okay? So that's where we have when you tap on community management, that's where we have the VIP rules. Next is my invite. These are the people you have brought personally in the business. There is layer one, there is layer two, there is layer three, there is layer four, there is layer five, and there is layer six. Okay? So for you to be able to benefit, and you don't need to even worry. I hope you can see this person has not started, but he shared his link. And under him, there is $150, which is okay for him as not yet staked. It's well, good. We move. So the first layer will give you 10% on their profit, 10% on their profit. And it will be dropping through all the time, ladies and gentlemen. But I would encourage you to also make sure you have your, because sometimes when you share your link, some people start, some don't start. I would encourage you to make sure that you are building well. You have lines that are running. Make sure you have 2 lines that are running. To me, this is very key. And the rest is history. The rest is history. So once your stake is 100, you'll be able to earn on layer 1. If you want to earn on layer 2, increase your stake to 500. If you want to earn on layer 3, increase your stake to 1,000. If you want to earn on layer 4, increase your stake to 1,500. If you want to earn on layer 3, increase your stake to 2,000. If you want to earn on layer 6, this last layer, increase your stake to $3,000. Basically, that is how it works. These are people not brought by me, but these are layers. And how do they pay you? How do they pay you? They pay you 43%. So the total of the 6 layers, let's get back there again. I hope it's here. The 6 layers, the total payment is 43%. But question, Julius, do they pay you 43%? No. What happens, they give you a maximum of 43 minus 28. They give you a maximum of 15%. Why 15%? As they are planning to launch their token on Binance Alpha, Binance went through their system and said you cannot pay more than 2 levels. So what did they do? What did they do? They created what we call points. So once you open here on my account, you'll see these are points. Okay, these are points. These points, you start earning them if you have 3 levels and more. Okay, the 28% comes in points. So once the token will be listed on Binance Alpha, this will be withdrawable, and you can go and be able to convert that token to USDT. $1 equals to 1 token. So instead of cutting off the payment, they decided to create a reward to enable more and more people take advantage of the opportunity. Having given you that understanding, let's go to community. Community income is 10%. 10% of what, Julius? 10% of the total amount of money in your community. If you have $1 million and they make profit, 10% of that will be given to you. And it is instant. Okay? That is where you earn the 10%. Today's income, I'm already seated at $94, just 7 days in the business, and at least every day, passively, you can make this $94. This is a superb, 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 superb. And this has nothing to do with my staking. If we get back here on the revenue reward, my friend, this is crazy. $395. This is the total of everything. And what you see here, this is community, community, community. What you see as quantifying benefits, this is my personal trading. Quantifying benefits, this is my personal what? My personal trading. All right. Are we still following? I'm about to finish. So we have finished community management. Later, we have finished revenue record. But here on revenue record, we have sent and unsent. I have 3.89. This total here, all these, they total up to 3.89. Once they become, five, they will be sent automatically to my wallet. I don't need to do anything about it. And you can see there are so many micro trades that are being done by this arbitrage, amazing quantitative AI. All right, superb, 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 superb. So many micro trades, so many that are gonna add up and become five. Then you'll be automatically sent to my wallet. That's where we find revenue. Next is order record. It still shows you a smart contract and how much you have made. Next is my account, which I talked about. Next is your referral link, your Loom-X referral link. Once you tap on the arrow, you need to tap on this arrow here to access your link. So you tap on the arrow, and here comes the link. You tap on the two boxes. You tap on the two boxes to copy the link, and then you give it to someone so that they can start their own journey. Okay, the next is revenue address. This is where you put in your wallet address where you want your money to go. So if you want your money to go to your Binance, your KuCoin, your L-Bank, anywhere, you tap on the plus. There's usually a default, which is usually your token pocket, but you can also decide to tap here, press in your wallet address, change the network. So I put in Binance Smart Chain. I put in the address I want my money to go. I can also configure. Maybe for you don't want $10. You want whenever it gets to 20, it gets deposited. Whenever it gets to 20, it gets deposited. Maybe for you want 50. Maybe for you want 100. And once you save this, it will be saved. Meaning that starting from today, my money, whenever it will reach $100, that's when it will be sent. But I'll go with 5. That is where it goes. Next is the blog. These are the recent news of the articles since the project started. They are even explaining to you what is zero knowledge proof. Since September, they are here. Loom-X ecosystem zero knowledge proof are widely used scenarios in such as fund location, contract, execution. They're explaining to you it is privacy. Those of you who are saying as data safe, zero knowledge keeps data safe, transparent and trust, efficiency and verification. So they are trying to explain to you that Loom-X is a ZK application with a smart fund scheduling pool. Come and read about these details. When you tap on blog, they have different write-ups. Latest news that is happening. Latest news, there is guide here, tutorials, knowledge to teach. Apart from blog, there are frequently asked questions. Those of you who have questions, what is Loom-X? Can I send multiple transactions in the same order? What is an order overdue? How can I track my status order? How can I create? Does the system support fixed and floating rates? Why is Loom-X considered a non-custodial? Because users' funds are always in their own hands. The platform does not retain custody of the user's assets, and the exchange operation is completed through blockchain transaction. So your funds don't leave your wallet, they're just seated on a smart contract. Can participants withdraw their funds anytime? Users can withdraw their funds anytime after half of the period as specified by the smart contract. But they need to consider the current strategy position and liquidation restrictions to ensure a smooth exit. That's why it takes 24 to 48 hours. Are funds safe when there is a system anomaly? If something happens, do we have our funds safe? Loom-X smart contracts are rigorously audited and featured an emergency stop mechanism that can suspend funds transfer in the if the market fluctuations too much. How can the AI fund allocation? Ladies and gentlemen, every question that you have is here. I want to encourage you. I want to support you to come and look. How does the CK learning machine privacy computing technology protect financial data security? They are answering. It allows the system, ladies and gentlemen, I fish in your back office. If you have learned something, give me a yes in the chat. Someone says, if I share my link, can I know that the person has joined? Yes, exactly. You can know. You can know. If you have shared your direct link, when you tap here on community management, and then you come here on my invite, you'll be able to see that person's wallet attached here. Okay? Yeah, you can be able to see attached here. Right, guys? Any other question? Any other question before I come to the end of my sharing today? Today we looked at the back office. I believe still we shall be able next week again to look about the same thing. Any questions?
Hello, good evening, sir.
All right. Yes,
Hope
good
you are fine.
evening.
My question
Sure.
regarding for my downline today, someone is already joined it with my link, but the
Okay.
commission of the repairing is still yet not included in my account. How can I know that?
When you bring someone, you don't get paid when you have brought them in the business. There
Yes,
is no direct sponsoring.
direct.
There is no direct sponsoring. You only earn when that person makes profit. Okay? When they make profit, you earn 10% of their profit.
Oh,
And
okay.
when
Not
you
yes,
start earning, yeah, you don't earn on their capital.
yes, I know from the profit here.
Yeah,
Okay,
from the
sir.
profit. So after
Sir.
48 hours, when their bot has traded, that's when you get your profit.
Okay, thank you, sir. Shukran.
All right. Shukran Pierre. All right, guys. Have a good day. Anybody else with a question? Anybody else with a question? Okay, someone says, good evening. Is Loom-X audited on the Binance Smart Chain? Loom-X is not a token. Okay. Yes, Loom-X is not a token. Loom-X is a service provider. Give me one in the chat if that is clear. Loom-X is a service provider. What can be audited is their smart contract on which the business runs. Okay? All right? Okay? And they don't have one smart contract, they have several smart contracts. All right? That run all this ecosystem. But you can still go into the question because that question is there where I've shown you frequent asked questions and be able to get a more clear understanding. With that, ladies and gentlemen, allow me put this to the end. Love you all. See